Hey everyone, I'm an investor, and this morning I'm going to show you how I process my morning routine, what I do to analyze the market, and how I prepare for the day ahead. So I start out by just looking at the overnight action by looking at the futures. I start with the ES on my hourly chart is what I start, and it looks like we're making a new high or higher low. We're making a new higher low, but that's yet to be seen when the cash market opens. Do we open higher or are we going to go lower? So based on these two levels, here I'll add some support and resistance levels there. Based on these two levels is where I take my action. So I just want to take a look at what's cash market going to do in relation to the overnight action. So go down to NQ. NQ seems to be a little bit stronger today, and it's actually already has formed its higher low and heading higher. So what I want to see on this one, because the daily trend and the monthly trend, they've all been broken. Uh, I see a good formation here of a higher low. I want to see a higher high made yet again because this is just the first time. So I'm going to set an alert right above these highs here and wait for price to come to me to give me some potential entries. Going down to RTY to Russell's, that is starting to break the monthly trend line on a daily basis. It has closed below the daily trend line. Yesterday, it came very close to closing below it. Today, if we continue down this trend, it will close below the trend line. And this would be an indication for me to start considering playing it on the downside because I'm thinking it could do something like this and this. This is what I am thinking it could do if we continue this downside. So I'm probably going to be playing somewhere around this area. I'm thinking if it comes back to this area after a downturn, this is where I'll be entering. So this is how I'm looking at the market for now. But then what I want to do is I want to look at the hourly and decide what this hourly telling me. When I go to my hourly chart, we're forming lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. This is the area that we could come here and bounce. So I'm not confident yet that the Russells have turned around, because if they have turned around, what I want to see is this low being negated by a higher low. That's what I want to see, and closing back in the monthly bullish trend zone. This is what I want to see in the Russell, but today I don't see anything in here for me to think of a trade. Because I'm an hourly trigger person, I'm not looking for small movements in the 5, 10, 15-minute charts. That's why I'm looking at the longer term setup here. So the Dow, the YM, again, looks like we could potentially be forming a higher low. This is great because on the daily basis, I zoom out a little bit. On the daily basis, our monthly trend line, we're in the upper bound. So it's very healthy for the market to come down, test this lows here, test this green line is my daily trend line, test that low to reverse back up above. So it's a very healthy condition. I'm not concerned there. So when I look at my hourly, what I want to see is based on this price action. Sorry, I'm trying to delete that. Yes, on this price action, what I want to see is we could either come down a little bit more, or we make a new higher high here and go back to that very strong bullish trend. So let me set another alert here. I don't know what to do with it yet. This is just how I'm preparing for this action. If price comes here, I want to take a look at my hourly and decide how it got there. Was it a strong move up, or was it a build up to it and then it broke it? So I want to see how that action plays out before I make a decision. So this is the overall broader market that I look at for the day. Sometimes I do this the night before, but because I want to look at the futures, I want to see the overnight action to kind of decide where I want to go. Next, I will go to my screener, and I have my top gainers that I look at. I just use the basic top gainers from TradingView, but then I add just a couple of filters to it just to catch some of the stronger ones. So I want the average volume above 500K. This is always my minimum. Sometimes I do 1 million. And then I want to see pre-gap up above 2%. I want to see pre-market change above 1.5. Actually, I prefer the pre-market change percent to be above 1.5. So I will look for that and make that modification as I see this error here. Pre-market change above 1.5%. That's what I want to see, not the value 1.5%. So based on that, I'll get some tickers that show up, and then I will kind of filter it some more because I'm getting a lot of results here. I'm getting a lot more than what I want to see. I don't like to see 62. It's too much for me to go through during the pre-market. So as you can see, pre-market change above 1.5%. Some great ones here. Because I see some big changes, I might even come here for today. This depending on my results. Sometimes I get a lot of results, sometimes not enough. So I might just increase this to 10%. And as you can see, I have reduced that to 8, which is a manageable number there. So then I'll just analyze each one one by one. Because it's only 8, it's very easy to analyze. I look at the monthly. What is the monthly telling me for this chart? It's since it's started here in 2015, it has been nothing but a downward movement. So I'm not interested in this company. It could be turning around, it could be a good sign, but I have less interest in it. Now this one here, pharmaceuticals tend to move quite high at times. So this is quite interesting, and on a monthly, this is pretty good. So I want to see what the hourly or the daily and the hourly are doing. So on a daily basis, we see some very, very bullish movement. So going down to the hourly, this is where the price action is happening overnight. This is the pre-market. Now this is not something I want to trade. If I see price has gone way up and then it has come back down, I am considering this as a potential gap fill play when the cash market opens. So I'm most likely going to skip this, but I'm not going to take it out because I'm going to take a look at it again. So next one from price close to now, it looks like there has been very, very little volume, pre-market volume. I want to see how this opens and check the volume when cash market opens before I jump into this trade. But if it has gapped up to 28, I mean, this is quite a nice gap here, and I want to see how that action plays out. So this is because it's only 8, I don't need to create a watch list. I just come back to this list and just monitor it again once cash market opens. This one, YVR, as you can see, we have a nice move up overnight, and I like to see it stay up in here. So this is one definitely I'm going to look for possible trade here. So this is how I go down, take a look at my futures, and then take a look at top gainers to identify potential trading setups. And based on my filters, again, I'll show you my filters again. Based on these filters, I have a predefined small list that I can work with. So just stocks and ETFs in the US, above 500K average volume. Pre-market change, I did it 10% for today because there was a lot of movement. And I want to see at least a 2% gap up for today. That gives me a strong signal that some runners will potentially come out of this trade. So I'll just see how the first 15 minutes or 30 minutes play out before entering a trade. So this is how I am setting up my morning. This is my routine, and then get ready for the trading day. So have a great day and make some greens.